Good day. My name is Peter Jordan, and this is a follow-up session from the one that we have completed. And the idea of splitting it into two the videos is to give you time to look at and to analyze what do all these issues mean, and how they have had such a dominating role in your life and has affected you in many different kinds of ways in your life. And as Chanel was saying early on, in between sessions, is that she now suddenly could see so many things that was brought into her life as a result of all of these things. Chanel, perhaps you want to comment further on that?
You see things for what they really are. Another thing to hear something, to write it down, and then understand it. But then at a stage, you really understand it. There's a deeper meaning of what it really is. Somebody can tell you, but this is something else. This is really, really, really understanding where everything that happened to you, why it happened, where it happened. You are actually taking responsibility and understand where it comes from, so that you understand what happened, so you understand where you're going. You know what you're dealing with. You understand what it is. You're not scared of it anymore.
Exactly. So looking at this little Chanel, and you said earlier on, yeah, she was 9 or 10 years old. Okay, 9 or 10 years old, and she's only what, about so high? Okay, when she's 9 or 10 years old, and she's in this situation, and she's been subjected to something that is way beyond her years, that she should have been subjected to. It was a terrifying experience. She was always thinking about, well, when is it going to happen again? How is it going to happen again? What is it going to be like? How do I solve this situation? What do I do? Okay, it's something that becomes an all-consuming thing for you. Okay, and here you are at 9 years old, not developed fully as a gorgeous woman as you are now. Okay, it is when you're 9 years old. It's kind of like, well, what can you really offer in terms of any kind of relationship? Okay, and it's nothing. You're still growing, you're still developing. Okay, and it's a very confusing time in your life when this happens. So in this video, what we're going to do now is that we're going to cleanse our energy body, because all of these tissues now are all sitting inside of our energy body. Okay, on there. And these are the things that you attract to yourself, which is what we've explained in earlier sessions. So now, Chanel, for you to clear this body, do you feel that you need any kind of sort of external help to help you to cleanse this body? Or do you feel that you're comfortable to do it by yourself? So where I'm going with this thing is that, well, you know, some people often ask for some kind of archangel to be with them, or some kind of process or somebody to be with them. What is it that you would like to do?
I guess I can do this, but I can ask my guides and my angels to be with me and to guide me and do it with me.
Excellent. Okay, one thing. For those that are uncomfortable about doing this, it is that you can always ask an archangel or ask God or ask some deity or something to come and be with you. Some people like to call it the higher self. Some people like to call it the universe. Some people like to call it whatever it is. I'm not hung up on any kind of name or any kind of thing. What I just am asking for is that you ask for a higher being to be with you, because there's something that we're going to do also a little bit later. So I want you now, Chanel, to take all of those tissues off and put them one side. Take them all off. And you don't have to do it neatly, okay? You just take them all off. Just look at them all. There are tons and tons of them, yeah. Put them all on one side, okay, on there. Now I want you to take some fresh tissues, okay, and I want you to clean the whole body of this little 9-year-old, starting from the head, going all the way down to the toes, okay? You clean her everywhere, the front part of her, the back part of her, everywhere, all of her sensitive parts, everything. And Chanel very bravely, and thank you, Chanel, is doing this in front of the camera. What I normally do with my client when they're doing this, it is that I would turn around and have my back to it, and then until she is completely finished. Are you done? Okay. So now what I would like you to do, you and your guide or whatever it is, I want you both to put your hands onto the cushion, okay, onto the thing, sort of in a situation like that, okay, on the dam. And I want you and your guides to bless this body. And to, in this blessing of this body, is to completely clear this body of any kind of influence or negativity of the past. You done? Okay, now Chanel, from that place of that blessedness, from that place of this pure, pristine body, look at all of those tissues. Which one of those now is really true about you?
I like to know where they come from to understand them, but they no more use for me. They don't serve me well. I don't need them.
Fantastic. So what do you want to do with them?
I will thank them for the lesson, and I would actually want to get rid of them.
Good. So what do you want to do with them? When you say get rid of it, what do you mean?
Really get rid of them.
Okay, so there are several ways. Yeah, there's several ways that you can get rid of them. The one is that you can go to the loo and toss them all in the loo.
I actually thought of that,
yeah. Yeah, that's one way. The way that I'm not keen on is that you just toss them into the rubbish bin on that, okay? Because that's still something that you have to then go and throw away, okay? I want something that it is that you flush, that you get rid of, or alternatively that you can burn these if you want to burn them. Okay, so whatever it is that you do with them is something that you would do after the video is finished. Okay, but in the meanwhile, it is if you can just throw them away. No, throw them away. Throw them, that's it. Okay, and take the other one, and that's it. Okay, so what I'm after now is as you throw them away like that, it is that you are literally cleaning out your energy field in you, and you can feel it, right?
I can actually feel it.
Yeah, okay. That's what happens when you throw it away, because now you clean yourself of this. Okay.
I did it clean with dude, you know, like, yeah, I can actually feel the shift.
Yeah, good for you. Well done, and thank you for that. Okay, Monday. This is a great cleansing process for yourself. Okay, and it means that when you throw this away, you've cleansed yourself. Now, not only have you cleansed your energy field now, but you've cleansed the body of who you are now. Exactly. Okay, and that is the wholesome side of you. Okay, now there's another little part in here that we need to do. And we need to finally clear yourself from the perpetrator. Okay, now, how comfortable do you feel about facing the perpetrator? Because we're going to call the energy of the perpetrator. Are you comfortable to do it as you are, or would you like some kind of support with you?
I can do this.
You can do it, okay? For those, thank you very much, Chanel. For those that are struggle to do that, call in your guide or call in a god or call in a deity or call in somebody to be with you, okay? Because this is really important, because if you feel that you can't do it on your own, call in somebody to be with you, to support you, and they will come. That I can promise you. They're always there to come. Funny, you know, when you say you can feel the change, I can see the change on your face. Fabulous. Well done.
Thanks.
Okay, right. So now I want you for a moment just to close your eyes, and I want you to call the energy of the perpetrator or perpetrators. Okay, if there was more than one. And when that energy comes in front of you, I want you to tell me. And this will happen to everybody who's watching this thing, because this is the energy and the intent that we put into this video for everybody to experience. You ready? Okay. So, Chanel, what is it that you have to say to this perpetrator about what he did to you and how it is that he affected your life?
First of all, I am nervous and my hands are sweating, but this is an opportunity that I want, and I want to say that I feel like you did not have the right to do what you did. But now that I understand why, I can forgive you and I can let it go.
Are you angry with him?
Actually not, because I understand why he did what he did, because where he was, it was not personal. He was at a place that he needed anybody to connect to, and I was there, happened to be there, that he could do this with, and he didn't know what he was doing.
And he just took advantage of you, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay. And in that, yeah, go on.
I'm thankful for the lesson, and I'm not grateful what harm it did, but I wouldn't have been where I am right now if it didn't happen.
You really are compassionate about this. Many people won't feel that, but thank you for that. Yes. Everything that you say is 100% true, but there are many who are going to be really, really angry with this person for doing to them what they did.
Yes, of course, you feel that. I'm actually sweating right now. My heart feels heavy, and soon my throat will choke up, and I have to allow myself to feel it, and I have to say this.
Okay, now Chanel, Chanel.
If you don't
Yeah.
understand.
Now, Chanel, with the perpetrator standing in front of you, I sense what it is that he's saying, that he wants to say to you. And what he says to you is that, Chanel, what I did to you was not right. You did not deserve this, and I did not understand the impact that it is going to have on you. And for that, I'm really, really sorry for what I did to you. And I, in exchange for your anger and your frustration and your whatever it is that you want to do, I want to take all of that anger from you, and I want to give you back your innocence.
Thank you.
Will you make that exchange with him?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. He goes on further to say, Chanel, I am going to take responsibility for my actions. And everything that it is that I did to you, I will take responsibility for that. But you have to take responsibility for the way that you perceive things and the way that you took these things on from your subconscious mind, okay? And these are the things that you need to sort out, okay? And those are the things that he is now going to take with him, and he will be responsible for that. Okay? I think. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to him before he goes?
No.
Can he go?
Yes.
Send him on his way. How does that feel for you?
It feels right. It feels fair. I feel relieved. I feel warm. Sure, I can't believe it. It's a big impact.
And I want to thank you, Chanel, for what you did. This is a very, very scary thing to go and do. Very scary. But when you go through it and you get, yes, when you go through it and you get the gift at the end of it, and you've got this innocence back to you. Now it is you can choose what it is that you wish to do with it. It's yours. Wow. For you to use it and to do with it what you want to do with it. When and how you want to do it. And so you can do a little ceremony, if you like, or a little whatever it is that you want to do with this thing. Because this is now you. It now has come back to you, and it belongs to you, and you now have got it. Okay?
Yeah, I feel like swimming. I feel like going in the sea. I feel like celebrating. I feel like a holiday. I feel like.
Okay, now Chanel, there's just one little extra step that we need to do with this one. And this is now, I've got to get you back into your body. And in this process it is, now we take the cushion and we put it on the floor. Okay, and now I'm going to ask Chanel to stand on the chair. Okay, but Chanel, please stand in a way that is that you don't fall or that you're not, okay, one thing. Now, as you stand on this chair and you look down on this little 9-year-old. How familiar does all of this feel to you?
It feels like that's me, and I'm up here, but I actually want to be down there.
Yes, okay. Now, if you look at the little 9-year-old that's lying there, or the cushion, there would be a bright spot somewhere on that cushion, right? And that bright spot is the connection between the body and you when you're out there, okay? So now what I would like you to do, and I want you to act this out, please, and the people watching this, I want you to actually do this too, because this is very, very healing for you. I want you to act coming down as if you're diving into a swimming pool, and I want you to dive into that spot, into the cushion, and then fill yourself up with that cushion as if it is you are putting on a wetsuit or a tracksuit or a something. So you would dive in there in that whole sort of diving process like that, okay? And you dive in, and then you put your pants on, and then you put your jacket on, and then you zip your jacket closed, and then you put your hood all over yourself nicely. Okay. Okay, you got that, Chanel? You got it? Okay, off you go. Okay, put your pants on. Great, put your jacket on. Zip yourself in. Put your hood on. Chanel, okay, you can sit down. Yeah. Sit down, sit down. Yeah. So, Chanel.
Yes.
Are you here?
I've got goosebumps.
Chanel, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Well, welcome, Chanel. I am here too. This is where it is that you are supposed to be.
Wow, this is overwhelming.
Yeah, okay, now look around you. Look around you. Look at the colors.
Oh my gosh. Goosebumps, I'm sweating.
Yeah, what does it feel like to be in your body? Does your body feel heavy?
A little bit.
It's a funny sensation, isn't it?
Very.
Okay,
Very.
yeah. All right. This is what it's like to be in, okay, on a thing. So the reason for me to dramatize this all, okay, is for you to actually go through this whole experience so that you can feel what it's like. In truth, it is that you can now sit there, and when it is that you realize that you're out of your body, you can just say, bring myself back in, and then you can bring yourself back in fully. Okay, and as I'm talking to you, I am covered in goosebumps myself, okay, for you. So I'm really, really thrilled, and I'm sure that everybody who's watching this video can see the transformation on you that has happened in the last little while, from the cleansing process right through to now. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate what you've done.
No, thank you. Thank you. Really. It's really worth it. I need to get used to this.
Well done. Well done. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I look forward to working with you a lot more on these things, okay? Because now you can see the kind of growth. Now we're at the stage, you've got a blank sheet now in front of you. This is you, okay? Starting your life anew with new potential, new dynamics, new things, okay? And in our future videos, we're going to bring in now, I'm going to do the ones about strengthening this in you, about making you start to realize now who you really are in terms of your strengths, and then in terms of what is the new that you want to bring into your life. The strengths is the one that follows on from this video. So with that, yeah, for that, I would like to thank you, Chanel. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. And I'm sure that many people are going to appreciate what you have done. Thank you. Anything that you'd like to say to them before you go?
If in some way you're listening to this and you think you're not ready, or you don't really understand, or you can't really take it in or really understand what's going on, replay the videos and look at it again. If something you don't understand, like a word, Google it up. Google and analyze what's the meaning of it. Go to the first video, the second video. Go where you have questions in your head. Go back to that video and try it again. Because repeating makes you understand it much more in depth than just nodding to it. Just, yeah, okay, whatever. Don't stop there. If you're afraid of your feelings and you just feel like, no, I can't go there. I can't, I don't have time. No, I want to enjoy my life like it is. I'm safe here. Don't do that. You owe yourself to work on yourself, to make time for yourself, to be the better person, to be a better parent, to be you, who you really are. Don't ignore this. Go to the first video and start all over again. If it's overwhelming, if there's something you don't understand, just go through it again and don't give up, because this is really rewarding. It's changed my whole entire life. It's changed everything about me. I don't have to change my children. I just have to change myself just to be a better person, for everything else to change around me, and not blame the world, and not feel like the world owes me because something went wrong. It's what you do. It's what you do about things, and taking the responsibility for things and for yourself and for your own feelings. No, don't give up. Go through that video again. And say no to your friends. You have to invest in yourself. Say no. Learn to say no. I don't want to go out. I want to do me. I want to actually listen to Peter's videos and be less anxious and withdrawing from things that makes you happy, and withdrawing from people. Stop it and work on yourself, because you deserve it. You know you do. Just make time. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you so much, Chanel. Thank you very much, and blessings to you. And thank you for having the willingness to trust me to take you through this process. I really appreciate that.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.